Okay, hello everyone. How are we doing today? So, alright, we will be continuing with doing more with Clan Wren tonight. For starters, though, I will be gluing some of these guys here to the flight bases. So I will do that quick, and while the glue's drying, then I will start on some of the standing figures. There's my glue. Low delay capture. So I'm going to be gluing some of the flying guys to their flight stands. Just wanted to figured I want to show that on stream. The other way, I think, and not glue this to my fingers. But I'm probably gluing it to my fingers. Hey Ty, how are ya? Just regular old super glue. Let's just do a little dot there. Help make sure that stays in. And just a quick check, make sure I'm sure my sound is working just fine, otherwise you guys probably would have said something already. At least I hope so. Doing pretty good. How about you, Kiko? Yep, trying that a bit too soon. Good, good, good. Alright, so I'm going to do 2 on 2 higher up bases and 1 on a bit lower one. No, it was a bit hectic right after work because of some transportation issues with the oldest, but hopefully things with that will get settled here pretty soon. At least I hope. Okay. Yep, I'm just using some regular old super glue on these right now. And there we go. Just making sure that I'm actually gluing them on correctly. Yeah, as you can see, when I actually primed them, I actually had them on a stick. So that way the clear one underneath didn't get any paint on it while I was priming it. And yeah, all it is just some poster tack right there, and honestly that spot's not really going to get painted, so it doesn't really matter if it has paint on it or not. It'll be part of the flying base anyways. There we go, I'll do that. You can just kind of guide it on there. Yeah, well, I kind of looked at some tutorials at how to build these guys anyways, and that's what a lot of people did too, was just not worry about painting down there. Oh sure, now it's not going to come off. And I'll just flick it towards myself. Luckily there's extras. What, super glue? Yeah, usually it's just super glue that I use to put my guys together. Let that dry. And for the last flying model, yeah, normally what I do is use just regular Loctite, but sometimes on some of these arms I used this. If I have time to let it set up and I know I'm just using plastic, I'll use this because then it'll actually melt the pieces together. So this will hold better than super glue because it's actually fusing the pieces together. But if I'm in a rush, just regular old Loctite or just some Gorilla Glue. Those are usually my go-tos. Had a horrible day, I'm gonna back out and reload. Alright, well, see you when you get back. Good thing that lid was on. Moving some of this off to the side for right now, and I'm also in the process of magnetizing this model because there's two weapon options. One is a Beskar sword and the other is a pistol, and without even asking Michael, I knew he would want, because who wouldn't want the option to have a Beskar sword? Using E6000, but can take a while, so I've been using Gorilla Glue. Yeah, Gorilla Glue gel seems to set up pretty quick and hold very well once it does hold. Okay, actually, really quick, might be able to get these guys on their flying bases and let that glue set up even more. So then they'll still be easy enough to paint while they're on their flying bases. I may have to hold them here for a little while. if I can just brace him against another model. Maybe. I instantly regret this course of action. Stuff sounds pretty cool, like plastic JB weld or something. Yeah, pretty close. There we go. Alright, I might not do any of the other ones then. And we will save Wren for later, so we will practice on this chickadee. I know it's a girl because the armor has boobs. And he fell off his base. Yep. I will fight with that later off stream. That's not going to make for a good stream with me fighting with a base for a little while. Okay. So there's like some Under Armour cloth stuff on all of these models. Actually, I might do a little bit of a batch paint here. I'll work on these two just to see how all of this works together. So, from what I've been seeing, let me get my paint shaker and turn up the fan a little bit. What's a stream without awkward stares, right? Awkward, deep, longing stares. I probably should have charged that longer. Oh well. Family are going to start putting together a couple of Blood Bowl teams. Oh, okay. Yeah, ease them into the hobby, not just dive headlong like with, hey everybody, make a 2,000 point army. Do a little bit of Ashen Gray, and then see, it needs to be kind of dark, so well, let's go with German Gray. Alright. Once you have 2 full armies, you'll tackle building 2,000 point army lists. Definitely need to thin that down a little bit. It's kind of dummy thick right now. Trying to teach 4 teenagers the ins and outs of a game I'm not 100% sure of what the ins and outs are. Oh, it's the same one that actually Geek Curio got. It's the Tattoo Vortex. I need to just save up and get the same one that Michael has, and just use that, and then I can paint like a real boy. Yeah, and you have to be pressing on it just the right way to get it to actually work. So, in that regard, it's kind of a huge pain. Okay. Since I'm still using my other holders.
Moist.
Yes, moist. Moist would leave the maiden moist and wanting. And it's supranatural. Whole nother layer. Okay, and since this is going underneath, I still want some control, but I don't have to worry about having a lot of it. Oh, and Kiko, just letting you know, for the Beers on the Boardwalk thing, it is a ticket thing. Tickets are sold out, but I have us on a waiting list because my cousin actually managed to get me one. She's seeing what she can do, and I'm trying to just get us all tickets for this event. The wizard was totally stoked to be alive. Oh, yeah. Glad you caught that quote and reference. Okay. I figured one way or another you'd make it here. Yeah, well, you do you. You're a big boy. You know what bills need to be paid first. Okay, let's... It's hard to build a respectable stock of mini paints. I don't know. I don't know what you're talking about. These paints just appeared. You know, I leave them alone and they multiply like rabbits. And I come back and there's just more. Well, and it just comes over time. So, building the stockpile of paints, that is. My advice is just get the colors that you want to work with and that you like the most, and start that way. You don't have to get all of the colors. I wish I'd have taken a picture of, because at ReaperCon, they even said, well, are you just starting? Well, here's a good guideline for what paints you would need. And they even said, yes, like Ty said, don't be afraid to mix them either. So who knows, you might find some pretty cool color combinations that you probably wouldn't have tried otherwise. Yeah. You know, it said get a light green, a dark green, a light blue, a dark blue, a light red, a dark red, a let's see, probably a light and a dark brown, and I think that they said a flesh color of any type, and probably two metallics of your choice, yeah, and then black and white. And then they gave a few other suggestions for just like, oh, hey, are you going to be painting sci-fi, or are you going to be painting fantasy miniatures? Then they went off with further suggestions from there. Yeah, this is Clan Wren from Star Wars Legion. So and this is one of the squads that Michael commissioned me to paint. So, and actually while I've been building them too, of course I've been rewatching The Mandalorian. Just because it's just such a cool show. It's just so rewatchable. That's one I've actually never watched. And sorry, the cough, it was kind of a laugh, kind of a cough, so not a surprise thing at all. Just stupid allergies still. Yeah, and that's then also like painting smaller miniatures on my setup sometimes. It's a little bit difficult. Sorry, that camera seems to be listing lazily to the left. Those were some maneuvers. And since this is Clan Wren from Rebels, I've been looking a lot of reference photos. So these guys are going to seem a little bland, but yeah, Michael said he wants them to look just like they did in Rebels, so it'll be dark grays for the cloth underneath and then kind of light grays. This will actually kind of be a good way for me to pseudo practice non-metallic metal without my brain thinking I'm doing non-metallic metal. You know what? Let's just... Since I got all of the undercoat here ready, might as well paint everyone else that's primed up right now. Sorry, just all of a sudden that sticky tack decided it is not leaving the model. It wants to join the coven. This is the way. Or covert, yeah, covert, not coven.
Hello there.
Well, hi there, guys. Thanks for swinging by. Oh, that's not no, that's just a Beskar sword. It even says that in the point cost. No Darksaber. I think Sabine is her own character in this too, so... And I think she might have the Darksaber. But no, it's just a plain Beskar sword, I know. I'm glad both of you guys could swing by for a little while. I really appreciate it. Hope your vacation is nice and relaxing. Yeah, which that scene at the end of Season 1 of Mandalorian, which, sorry, delay capture, spoilers, but when Moff Gideon cuts his way out of that TIE fighter with the Darksaber, I was just kind of going nuts, just going, oh my god, this just added so many layers. Yep, got that one. Well, good. Glad it's pretty chill for you guys. You deserve it. Though the real question is, though, Jen, did you have a shower beer when you first got there? Because I know one time when you went down there, the first thing you did was hop in the shower and have a shower beer. I would have some Clone Wars music going if it wouldn't be a copyright issue right now, and then I would have to maybe pay royalties or have a strike on my account for not having permission to play said music. So, but maybe I should try to look at some of the royalty-free music and find something that's Clone Wars adjacent. Alright, well, I should say, as long as you're getting your drink on, but I know who I'm talking to and you're on vacation, so no problems with that. And that's not a judgment whatsoever. I would be doing the exact same. No, would I love to have Star Wars music going during my stream? You betcha. But, and also at one point I did have like the Cantina band in my bits, and I played it once, and when I loaded it up to YouTube, it wasn't a strike, but it's just like, why, you're not super rich enough to afford the royalties? fake laugh hiding real pain. I'm just painting all of the Under Armour areas here so far. And I did try to stick these guys because they have these little nice little flying bases. But yeah, I'm gonna have to hold them there for a while or just use a different super glue, because otherwise they were just being like, no, we're not gonna stay. Yeah, it's kind of spooky, kind of soothing. A little bit of column A, a little bit of column B. And I got it from Purple Planet. So, in case if anybody is wondering, and it's, yeah. Free music to use on streams like this. And as long as I just give shoutouts, I really should put more info in the channel analytics or description as to where I'm getting the music from, just so they don't try to say I'm not playing along. Okay, we'll just hold on to him by the gun right now. Hey, look at that. We're already half hour in. And yes, I'll be continuing working on these guys on Wednesday, because I just guarantee I will not be done by tonight, but I'll work on them betwixt the streams. I won't cross the streams. No, since Clan Wren. Okay, I'll customize them with everyone in Clan Wren has like yellow. I know, look, I get to paint yellow again. Has like yellow clan symbols, which actually I'll show you here in just a second. Bet he could. Your older brother? Or is this one of your younger brothers? Yeah, I'll pull up some pictures of Clan Wren, since he wants them to look just like Clan Wren. Yeah, before Oh, okay. Cool. Alright. This will be some interesting streaming that you get to see the side of my head for just a minute. Oh, okay. Yeah, it's pretty much the same with what I'm doing too. Okay. Let's pull over here. Okay, and yeah, this is another one, so let's see. Hold on, adding a display capture quick. Sorry if it kind of freezes things up, but Okay, everybody see that? Right here. As you see, like, okay, here's the two main characters that I actually have that I'll work on. And then some of the other people from Clan Wren, like some of them have some yellow marking. I'll do some, like, I'll make them look kind of special. But, yeah. There we go. It's always nice having that tool so that way I could pull up something on screen, show it to you, and then go back to the stream. Okay. So yeah, I know seems a little boring, but I'll have some fun with it still. You know me. I always will, even if the characters are all from the same army, I do like to still give individuals a little bit of character just to make it interesting. And that's also why I love to paint my Space Wolves. Because it was a whole army, but each individual had its own story. Each member of the Space Wolves had their own story that was worthy of Nordic sagas of old anyways. Because to join the Sky Warriors, you had to die a hero. Anyways. Oh, yeah. Fulgrim is a good one. I was just about to say, if anybody has anything else to comment on or ask whilst I paint, feel free to speak up. I will chat away about anything and everything. Obviously, I will talk 40k while painting Star Wars. I'll talk Star Wars while painting 40k. Even talk Dune or whatever else. Yeah, Fulgrim is a good one. That one was a real page turner for me. And good old Fabulous Bill. Okay. Get everyone but Ursa Wren, and I'll get her next. Facebook is wondering if the letter W starts with a D. Halfway through reading Dune before the movie comes out. Have you read it before, Ty? And I gave Delay Capture a copy of my book just because I know she'll want to go and see the movie with me, and so that way when she knows why I'm freaking out about certain things here and there in the movie. Okay. Yeah, for a while there, for about 4 or 5 years, I read it every summer. And then I read a bunch of the prequel novels that him and Kevin J. Anderson did together, which I enjoyed most of them. Some of the things in there, weren't for me, but just like, this is canon, non-canon, as far as I was concerned. ever read? No, I haven't read Hyperion. Have you asked me that before, Kiko? Maybe? Maybe not? No, I haven't. It's possible. I drink. And you know things, right? Game of Thrones meme? Okay. Did I get everyone there? I think so. And you know what? Let's just... Okay. You know what? Let's get... Oh, too soon, Ty. Too soon. Oh, man. I know somebody once did a count of how many times Sean Bean died, and I think he's not even the most. I think it's William Hurt is the one who died the most on screen with each of his characters. Okay, and then let's see, gonna do some of the armor with a little mix of Mechanicus Gray and Celestia Gray. That series will never be finished. No, it never will be, actually. Yeah, the one that... What is it supposed to be called? Winds of Winter or something like that? And it's just perpetually in the editing stage. Probably because of how the actual series itself ended. And quickly left the zeitgeist. And the motor's dying on that because I didn't charge it enough. Since you're painting Star Wars, what's one thing you would change, but you can only change one thing? How they handled Luke's arc in the sequels. It's one thing. Because let's face it, Luke as a character had already faced so damn much. Both with Kylo and with, like, after the whole Knights of Wren destroying the new Jedi Order, and then he just, hey, war boy, and then how he just kind of went into hiding. I mean, he went through so much, he faced so much before, that, and like insurmountable odds before, that, I don't know, I just don't felt it did the character justice. Hey, no worries, man. Hopefully it was a good surprise. But remember, this is like a PG-13 stream. Yeah, and kind of also like in the then in Rise of Skywalker, like, you know, yeah, like when Rey hands him the lightsaber, and he looks at it and then just casually tosses it over the cliff. To which, yeah, that was just outright not cool, in my opinion. Because he knew who that, what that lightsaber was, what it meant, stuff like that. And then how they kind of retconned it in Rise of Skywalker when she's going to throw it into the fire, and he catches it and says a Jedi's weapon needs to not be treated like this. Yes, I wish they would have taken more inspiration from the Thrawn trilogy, or hell, even the new Jedi, the Jedi Academy series would have been cool to have seen. You know, something like that. Yeah, how they outright say, no, we didn't mean to, like, be mean to Anakin's lightsaber and all that. Please forgive us. Yeah, he was, which was why I liked the Dune series that he helped co-write too. Well, and I mean, they might in the Ahsoka series just kind of change it up just a little bit now. You ever see the meme where they replaced the lightsaber in that scene with his hand? I've not, but I've seen the meme where she's handing it to him and he goes, "There's a hand attached to it. Where's the hand?" So, yeah, I mean, we might be getting basically the Thrawn series when they do Ahsoka. I think him giving up on family, aka... Yeah, like, that was like, that too, like, you know, here's Darth Vader, this, you know, oh hey, there's a shred of good in you, I'm gonna fight for you, and, you know, I'm gonna face off against, like, one of the most powerful Sith Lords in the galaxy to try and help redeem you, and then, oh hey, Kylo, you're looking kind of evil today, that's a killing, and or Ben, you look a little evil today. You know, let's just kind of take you out back like old Yeller and just pull the trigger and tell your parents that you went to live on a farm for the rest of your days. It's very out of character. Yeah, Lenny'd him. You ever see the lead scene? There's a couple of those bird creatures sitting. Yeah, I've seen that deleted scene. Sorry. I hate when people rip on the scene and try and project. It's conscious. No, I didn't. Okay, I thought when he did that in the movie, it was cool. I didn't rip on that at all. It just showed how strong he actually was in the Force. Because also, like, remember when Rey and Kylo were kind of force projectioning to each other, and Kylo just says, "This isn't you doing this. The effort alone would just kill you." And just the fact that Luke was able to do it convincingly to Kylo and then become one with the Force afterwards, I thought was really cool. Now, I've never ripped on that scene. Not Lenny. Well, you keep saying he is a bitch, so... But he's a lovable bitch. No, I get that too. Like, I saw what Corey had posted, and yeah, it's like the most, Jedi thing ever. Like, to project yourself and non-violently end an entire conflict. Like, yeah, that's the embodiment of serenity through the Force. I more dislike the scene where he tried to kill him. Yeah. Yeah, and like, the he said, she said behind that whole scene was, it was just infuriating. And maybe that's just also kind of where I was in my life at that point, and still kind of am a little bit, though not too terribly bad, but just kind of dealing with some of that also was just kind of like, this is just like so in poor taste for Star Wars. Which one? The end scene of The Last Jedi? Yeah. The whole end scene there was really cool. But still, just the way they still handled Luke's character. I mean, I'm glad they brought him back as a Force ghost in the next one. They actually had to, because otherwise the fans would have rioted. Trilogy making Knights. Yeah, well, and see, that's how you can tell they didn't have an actual overarching story for the entire trilogy. They're just going from director to director, yes, and they had them built up to be badasses, and they didn't get touched at all in the second movie. Like, I don't think, correct me if I'm wrong here, anybody, but I don't even think they made an appearance at all in the second movie. And yeah, there was just this huge tease to it, like in the first one, like, you, the leader of the Knights of Wren. And you're just like, oh, well, this just sounds awesome. And yeah, they're not even there in the second movie at all. And then they just kind of reappear in the third movie. And yeah, they reappear just in time to kind of be a bit of a menace, but then just get instantly killed. But, uh, on the flip side of that, though, my ex-brother-in-law was just going nuts over who's Snoke, what's his motivation, what do we need to do, what did he do, where did he come from? I need to know everything about him, otherwise, brah. And when they killed him in Last Jedi, I actually laughed out loud, knowing how much that was going to piss him off. And I was okay with it. I was just like, ha, ha, ha. Which, yeah, it was a clever way of how they offed him too, but the Knights are into the Sith. Yeah, I know. Like, there's this air of mystery. I mean, that was never explored, but also that was built up to be this mega badass, and just all right. He was built up to be a badass later in the Legends comics, but yes, if you look at his on-screen time alone and not at any of the stuff from Legends, yeah, it's just kind of like, well, who's this guy? And oh, okay, there he goes into the Sarlacc. You know, and also, you know, Vader just telling him no disintegrations. It tells a little bit of a story there. But not a whole lot. Felt like the second director didn't want to deal with Snoke at all. No, he didn't. And honestly, I love any other of Rian Johnson's films. Love them. Like, Looper, and, he did Knives Out, didn't he? Yeah, Looper was damn good. Yeah, and I think he did Knives Out. But yeah, like any other movie that I've seen that Rian Johnson does is so good. I think he would do great. He would do great with another Star Wars film. Just not a. He didn't need to do a Skywalker film. Oh my God, Will, you would love Knives Out. That is totally your kind of movie. Okay, well, you know what? I'm going to at least paint this guy too. I'm still going kind of strong. It's kind of nice just to paint and relax with friends at the end of the day. So I will continue on here. If that's alright with you guys. I mean, you're free to go whenever you want. Well, at least since the paint's wet, I have a good mix going here. I will at least paint up their armor.
Moist.
Yes, good and moist.
Hey, phrasing!
I think he would have been good with the Solo movie, the casino scene in the last... Oh my god, yeah. The whole casino planet in Last Jedi. And then the race to freedom on the whatchamahoozits through the city could have been cut down by like 10 minutes. And I would have felt that would have been about enough. And nothing against Kelly Marie Tran, but yeah, I know a lot of people didn't like Rose Tico's character. Her character was okay, but and I liked how she was introduced, but yeah, kind of trying to shoehorn in that romance with Finn felt a little bit out of place. And oh yeah, the Asian community had their own things to say about that. And that's why, and also you saw how hard she got sidelined in Rise of Skywalker. They didn't even pretend. You know, it's jarring and out of left field. Yeah, the new Bond movie looks like it'll be cool. Yeah, I'm really liking how this gray is looking. Yeah, you can kind of see how that's looking now. Only to purgatory for about a century for saying that, not to hell. Okay. I'm a huge Wedge fanboy. Yeah, and Poe kind of did have... I will agree with that. Yeah, he had the ace pilot with the solo swagger. And... yeah, I did... You know, as a fan of like all the X-Wing games and stuff like that, I loved seeing, like, you know, the ace pilot taking, you know, they were more front and center rather than kind of like how Wedge was just kind of sidelined. Well, yeah, kinda. I mean, I was a huge X-Wing fan. Still am. And I love those flight sims. And yeah, Wedge was cool. You know, he was one of two rebels to be... No, and look, I ain't even mad about it either. Just like, I don't know, Wedge blazed the trail for Poe. We'll just put it at that. Poe Dameron was equally as badass, in my opinion. Actually, he's how they probably would have shown Wedge had they had the technology to show that in the original films. What do you think, Uncle Tass? No, I did not get back to Squadrons. I need to go back and finish that game. I did have fun with it. I just haven't finished it yet. I'll just sidestep what you just said there, Warboy. Yeah, very fair. Poe was given a lot more screen time than Wedge ever was. Which it was kind of cool to get the little cameo in Rise of Skywalker there with Wedge. Yeah, you know, after what happened with Carrie Fisher too, that when Lando showed up on screen, that he had infinite amounts of plot armor and would not die. Because they were already pissed off about all the other original cast members that they killed, or that had actually died in real life. Yeah, at the very end, when Lando came back with the Falcon, he's just like, "Alright, ready, Wedge?" And he's like, "Yeah, right with you, Lando." And he's in the turret of one of the turrets of the Millennium Falcon. They made him look different. I don't think they actually ever said what happened and why he had a red arm. Still think in the last movie that Finn, Chewie, and 3PO should all have died. Would have kind of fit. I mean, especially kind of with Finn's arc, he would have seen, or potentially seen, the fall of the First Order, and then just kind of, or die in the fight to take them out. Yeah, if any character was suicidal in those movies, towards the end though, it was Finn. I mean, and to tell you this, like, I have rewatched Rogue One so many times, but I think I've watched Solo 2 or 3 times just to kind of get the gist of everything that happens in it. And yeah, like this new trilogy, I think I've seen The Force Awakens the most, and Last Jedi, I don't even think I broke, maybe I've broken into the double digits, I'm not sure. And yeah, with Rise of Skywalker, I think I've seen it maybe 5 times, I think. So Rose wouldn't take it down with her. You laughed on my. You laughed and it was on my stream, so you're off the hook. All right. Well. Aside from doing some of the other arms here, yeah, I may just kind of call it there for now. And yeah, I'll fight with the flight stands later, so on Wednesday you guys will see them on the flight stands. And yeah, I'm really like, you know, show close up of her. Come on, focus. It's already looking pretty good there. Yeah. Good note to leave on. These are Clan Wren from Star Wars Legion, so bunch of Mandalorians. So yeah, if anybody else has anything else to add, say, have a question about. No, just Clan Wren, not Night Owls, just Clan Wren from Rebels. Yeah, I'm starting to get kind of tired. So, well, yeah, unless anybody else has any other further questions or anything like that, I will bid you all a good night. And, no. Alright, night, Ty. Yeah. Yeah, otherwise, yeah, don't know too much else. Starting to kind of run out of gas myself. So, alright, well, good night, everybody. Thanks for swinging by, and remember to always keep painting.